Welcome to habit number 9, the habit of being a lifelong learner. Being a lifelong learner has been for me a gift in my life. Education is the antidote of ignorance and oppression. If you want to grow and evolve, then you must make it a habit to find time in your daily life to learn something new each day. Find things that interest you and read and learn. We live in an age where, thank God, we can have entire encyclopedias at our fingertips. We can learn from anywhere at any time. But I don't have time is a classic excuse I often hear people tell me. But when something is important, you always find the time. And this is why it's essential to make it into a habit. Think about all the time that you spend stuck in traffic or on buses or subways. How about all the time that you spend swiping through social media or watching Netflix? Don't tell me that you can't find 1 hour in your day to dedicate to learning. According to the Harold Nightingale Institute, here are some crazy statistics as to how we spend the capacity of our mind. Worrying about things that never happened, 40%. Worrying about things from our past that cannot change, 30%. Needless worries about our health, 12%. Petty, miscellaneous worries, 10%. Legitimate worries, 8%. In short, 92% of a person's worries are taking up valuable time and is being dedicated to stresses that are absolutely unnecessary. So if you are looking where to steal that 1 hour to dedicate to learning, well, now you know from where. Here are some things that you can do on your way to developing this wonderful habit of learning something new each day. Buy yourself a good headset and download the Audible app, and you can have entire books on audio. If you're the kind of person who spends a lot of time commuting, this is a fantastic way to acquire knowledge. Make sure you select subjects that interest you. Otherwise, it will be easy for you to quit and not finish the books. Challenge yourself. If you read 1 hour a day, by the end of a year, you could have read 26 books. That's a lot of knowledge that you would have acquired. And if you read 4 to 6 books in a particular subject area, you can become an expert on that subject matter compared to 98% of the population. Isn't that amazing? Podcast is a fantastic venue to also acquire knowledge. Every morning when I'm getting ready, instead of just having silence around me, I play a podcast in the background and I'm constantly learning. There is virtually a podcast on every subject matter that you can imagine. If you are looking for a recommendation, look into the revisionist history one by author Malcolm Gladwell. He focuses on topics that are unique, they're interesting, things about the past, and he analyzes them to see if we got them right or wrong. And it's stuff that the average person would never know and often overlooks. There is another one that's really cool called Stuff You Should Know. Again, you can acquire knowledge that the average person doesn't know. Online learning is a way to continue to upgrade yourself. If you're in a job that you don't like, but you can't afford to quit it to go back to school, now you can. This was my business for a long time. You can learn online and earn a new degree at your fingertips, anywhere, at any time. There is an enormous amount of knowledge out there. Not to take advantage of learning is, in my opinion, a sin. Most people spend a couple hours commuting. Imagine the amount of knowledge that you can acquire. If you're standing in line at a bank, at a grocery store, make that your time to read. You can Google articles. You can carry a book in your purse of briefcase. And if carrying a book is not an option, you can download the Kindle app to your phone. It's free. You don't have to buy the actual Kindle device unless you want to. The app is free and it's available on all cell phone devices, and you can buy just about any book. If you're looking for a recommendation, I will tell you to start with the Bible of Personal Development, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Your mind is so powerful, but most people don't know that. According to research at UCLA's Brain Research Institute, we use only 4 to 5% of our brain capacity, when in fact, we have enormous ability because the brain is infinite. Scientists believe that if we could just push our brain to perform at half the capacity, we could learn up to 40 languages and memorize entire encyclopedias. I don't know if you know this, but every time you learn something new, you are changing the architecture of your brain and you are increasing its potential. Equally, not having new things to learn or new experiences will slow down the production in your brain. Adult learning is essential for your health. It has been shown to slow down the onset and progression of Alzheimer's and dementia. Every time you learn something new, you create new synaptic connections in your brain. And according to Nobel Prize laureate Eric Kindle in the year 2000, he found that any time we learn one bit of information and we concentrate on it for an hour and we practice it and apply it and rehearse it over and over, we double the connections in our brain. But if we don't continue to practice it, then those connections will wither away within hours or days. So here's the thing that I want to leave you with as you embark on this new habit, and I hope that you do, is to repeat what you learn. Because if learning is making you new synaptic connections, then remembering them is sustaining those connections. So share what you learned with your friends and family. I, for one, find anyone who's willing to listen. Every time I learn something new and I apply it to my own life, I share it with you through my webinars, my books, my blogs, and this very YouTube channel. I am always reinforcing those synaptic connections in my brain. There is a huge potential out there, and all you have to do is find 1 hour a day and the world can be yours. There is so much wisdom the great people and teachers have put on paper throughout the ages for us. Learning is our birthright. The most successful people in the world are voracious readers. They understand that there is always something new to learn, and that's why they have made it a lifelong habit to read and to learn. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have been enjoying the other episodes. And if you have missed any of the previous habits, I am putting the links on the show notes of this video, or you can search for Waleuska's Top 10 Habits for a Successful Life. And stay tuned, because next week we have habit number 10, the habit of gratitude. I'll see you then.